Welcome back to Television A7. Let's jump into 11 Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 9. There was a lot going on between Bambi and Erica Dixon and Karlie and Shekinah and Spice. We're going to get into all that in a minute, but I do want to cover a few things briefly. So, you see, Spice is here with her mom and kids. They had a little fun outing at the little trampoline place or whatnot. And she's telling her kids, hey, I have to go get a second surgery. I don't want you guys to worry. I'm going to keep you updated every step of the way because last time you guys remember, she was like not responsive. Everything was coming out in the blogs, and she was like, oh, my kids thought I had passed away, and it was just a lot. So she's being more transparent with the kids. Kids don't want to see their mom in surgery or in pain. So the kids start crying, but she reassures them, mommy's gonna be okay. So, um, Spice is going to, like, later in this episode, she goes with Yandy to see her specialist or whatever, and he basically tells her, look, you can have one surgery. It'll take care of the hernia, it'll take care of the gallbladder, and you don't have to keep going back to get multiple surgeries and getting put under anesthesia multiple times, but you need to wait up at least up until 6 months to a year before we can go back in and operate. So she's feeling a little bit better about that. So now we have, they warming us up, okay? So you see Rasheeda and Erica, they're having a conversation at a place where nobody else is at. It's just them and the waitress. They're having a conversation. They're going back down memory lane a little bit. They show some clips from when Rasheeda and Erica was like getting into it with Jessica Dime, and basically that's Rashida's ride or die. She needs somebody to come pop off. You call Erica Dixon. But they're talking about the whole divorce that Scramby. You know what? I'm gonna call them hashtag Scramby. That Scramby is going through, and the new family dynamic. Like, how's it gonna be? Erica said that she's been going to, she's being supportive of Scrappy with everything that's going on, and she doesn't want to see him be with the Debbie Downer anymore, this, that, and the third. But apparently, Bambi has been speaking negatively about Erica in front of Imani and Scrappy in front of Imani. And no child wants to hear somebody else bad mouthing their parents. Erica and Scrappy definitely are not perfect by any means, but still, it's like, don't talk bad about the parents in front of the child. You can feel how you want to feel, but like, don't do that. So Erica is not too cool with that. And she also brings up the fact that it was one day Imani was at the house with the other kids, her siblings, and Bambi had fed everybody else in the house. Apparently, Imani didn't get anything to eat, but Bambi says it's because Imani didn't come out of the room. But the way Erica was making it seem like Bambi was just being spiteful for whatever reason that she felt like being spiteful for that day. So it's just a lot of like tit for tat things going on within that whole situation, and it's all going to come to a head. But before we get there, we kind of hear Bambi's side of things. So she's meeting here with Jessica at some candle making place. Jessica, like, she's pretty. I'm glad she shared her story with the fibroids, but every scene is either fibroids or it's Nick Cannon. It's like, what else you got going on? We seen her in the studio one time. She didn't even finish the song. I don't know what was going on, but I need Jessica to get something else going, cuz I don't want to keep hearing about Nick Cannon for however many more episodes y'all got to go. Apparently it's 20, 23, 24 episodes this season. We on episode 9. We got a long way to go, and I don't want to keep hearing about Nick Cannon, which we're going to hear later in this episode when Shekinah comes in. But Bambi is telling Jessica how Scrappy went to Puerto Rico with Erica to celebrate Imani's birthday, and how she's just not really super comfortable with that. It's just like the dynamic is just, it's a little off. So she's just basically venting to Jessica about all the problems. But she invites her to Rasheeda and Kurt. They're reopening Frost Bistro, and that's the big event where Erica and Bambi are gonna come face to face and have it out. So when Rasheeda was sitting down with Erica, she also invited Erica to the event and was like, "Hey, I invited Bambi. Y'all might possibly run into each other, but we'll get back to how Rasheeda thinks she's slick, but we'll get to that." But before that, we have Mita and Karlie. Karlie is shooting a music video on her birthday of all days. She's working, she's having a good time shooting the video. Mita pulls up because Carly's kind of been like public enemy number one. She's not really with the rest of the group right now. They're not really feeling her. So she's just been kind of like off doing her own thing. So Mita comes by, brings her balloons like you see here, nice little birthday cake. And Karlie, she starts crying. She gets emotional because she feels like don't nobody care about her. But Mita assures her that she does have a friend in Mita. So, yeah, that was nice. But what Karlie tells Mita is like, I want to fix things with Spice, but I feel like Shekinah being around is making it harder because I feel like Shekinah is jealous of me. So she's trying to keep me and Spice away from each other, trying to break up the friendship. And we'll get more into that later. Baby Karlie drops a couple of bombs at the end of this episode. Um, but here is where it all goes left. Now, Rasheeda. Typically, most people don't want an altercation going down at their event. But Rasheeda, now, come on now. You had to know if you put Erica and Bambi at the same table that there is going to be some sort of tension, possible altercation. You about to mess up your own event because thinking that these two can talk. And this time it's Erica who popped off, like who literally jumped up out her chair because Bambi said you want to square up. Next thing you know, the chair go flying back. Erica standing up, insecurities everywhere. But they're having a conversation. It's all QT at first, but they get into it. Rasheeda's like, I want you guys to talk. I brought y'all together. Let's talk it out. Bambi says Imani is welcome at the new house. She has a room there, all her furniture, blipty bloppy bloop is all there. But Erica is calling, Cat because she said, how could she even come to the new house? Bambi says she has a new house. How could she even come to the new house when she's barely even been at the old house? Bambi is talking about, yeah, I got camera footage on my phone of her being there when I'm not home. And that's what Erica's saying. Yeah, she's there when you're not there because you're mistreating my child. So, of course, when you have a child involved, everything is going from 0 to 100 because no mom is going to sit back and let somebody mistreat their child and put on like a goody good image, acting one way, and then behind closed doors doing something else. And that's Erica's whole problem with Bambi. Erica said that she tried to work it out at the family reunion, You guys remember that season? A while ago, she said everything was going smooth for a little bit, and then Bambi got to cutting up and acting a fool again. So, this whole thing with Erica being investigated for child abuse, it I had to like rewatch the scene a couple of times, but from my understanding, and maybe if I missed something, you guys could let me know. But from what I understand, the whole abuse thing comes up because Erica and Scrappy had, they were gonna do the exchange back. So Erica was gonna go to Scrappy and Bambi's, go to Scramby's to get Imani. But Erica was advised to take a police escort because everything with Erica and Scrappy was just so, it was full of tension. So take the police escort, and Monty can just go on. It won't be any problems. But it turns out that backfired on Erica because Imani busts out and says that, oh, my mom has been abusing me. So when Bambi mentioned that, oh, you want to talk about me mistreating your child, but you're the one who is abusing your child. Imani confided in me. That's where all of that stems from. Now, Erica does not take lightly to that. Like I said, she gets up out of her chair. She ready to fight. Okay, but Erica said that she, within all of that, she ends up having to, get investigated. But where she really was like felt betrayed and hurt is because she said that Scrappy took that police report of Imani claiming abuse or whatever and tried to use that to get full custody of Imani, knowing good and well that Erica was not abusing her. But Erica says that she, went through some healing, some therapy, and was able to forgive Scrappy, but she's still looking at Bambi funny because Bambi did not take accountability for it. But Bambi is claiming that she doesn't have to because that was never her. She never said that. It was Scrappy who did that. But I kind of feel like if Scrappy is your husband, you're married to Scrappy, you could just be like, you know what? I wasn't, Scrappy was wrong for doing that, and I'm going to apologize as well. But Bambi's just kind of like, I'm out of it, but at the same time, when you're married to somebody, you can't be completely out of it. So that seems like that's what Erica's tiff is, or one of her tiffs with Bambi. So after that, after everybody, is broken up, because everybody from inside is coming out. We got Spice, we got Yandy, Sierra, they all coming out to see the commotion. Everybody gets broken up, but Yandy come and sits down and she's like, well, look, I've seen Bambi be, in her mother mode, and from what I see of her, I like her. I'm sorry that happened to you, what you guys have going on, but hopefully one day you all can get past it and be able to, just work it out. But so yeah, Erica says she had to be investigated. Child Protective Services almost got her kids taken away just over something that really Imani started. Just out of anger or whatever. You know how teenagers can be sometimes. Say, oh, my mom's abusing me, and it turned into this whole thing. So that's what's going on with Erica and Bambi. But a lot of people is getting on Rasheeda because it's like, now Rasheeda, now you didn't have to do that there, but I guess that's her job. That's what she gets paid to do. But now Rasheeda was talking about when Bambi was getting ready to go, how she didn't know it was going to turn into that. Well, what did you think it was going to turn into, Rasheeda? Rasheeda in her confessional was talking about, oh, maybe this wasn't such a good time. Well, gee, Rasheeda, you think so? Definitely not a good time, especially at your own event, child. But anyway, and speaking of everybody inside, they go back. Erica calms down. You see Jock and, well, this is Kendra right here. They're there. Jessica and EJ's there. Spice. And we have Shekinah walking in all late. Oh my God, nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh my goodness, Jessica. Jessica who? I know you, girl. Let me get a picture. Blah 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 blah. You dating that boy? And oh, Nick Cannon. Spice was like, why you dating Nick Cannon? You didn't tell me. And Jessica's like, oh my gosh, here we go again, talking about Nick Cannon. I'm just trying to get the heck up out of the party. I'm trying to get up out the party. I don't want to keep talking about this 8-year relationship. But every scene, every other scene, Jessica's talking about it. But anyway, I thought that was a funny moment because Shekinah just came in like super animated. Oh my gosh. And that was funny. That was a little, little break from the drama. But right back to it, Yandy is upset with Karlie all because of this. Apparently, Karlie was like blocking people from coming to the Dominican Republic to see Spice after the surgery. First, you guys remember Shekinah had a problem. Now Yandy is upset. So Yandy's trying to get to the bottom of things. She said, hey, I asked Karlie. Karlie said, I don't want to give any details. Blah, blah, blah. She says she goes to Spice. Hey, Karlie's saying you're telling her not to say anything. And Spice is like, that's a lie. I've never said that. So, from what I'm thinking, Karlie, like, she's like, I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to be messy. But I guess it was a difference between not saying stuff to the media, but being able to tell, like, super close friends what was going on. So Yandy and Shekinah feel some type of way that Karlie was blocking them, but from Karlie's defense, she was just trying not to be, telling the business to everybody. But Spice was like, I never told you not to tell Yandy or Shekinah or whatever. Like, you took it upon yourself to do that. So that's what this whole argument is about. But in the midst of all that, Shekinah comes in. It's getting a little loud, and Shekinah just like, you know what, Karlie, you just messy. You a messy bee. You always starting stuff, blah 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 blah. Because you just bought a house from across the street from Spice, and then Karlie calls Shekinah fake. Says she, only come around really when the cameras is up because she had an opportunity to come. She screenshot a text message that said, told Shekinah the airport that she need to come through and everything. But Karlie claimed Shekinah didn't want to go because there was no cameras. And she fake, she phony, she don't ever come around nothing except for when we filming. And she also says that Shekinah is sleeping with a married man, which I was like, whoa. And of course, Shekinah's gonna be like, who? But of course, they're not gonna say who it is. They're not gonna say who it is. But do I think Shekinah is sleeping with a married man? I wouldn't put it past her. Like, honestly, these days you can't put anything past anybody. So it could very well be true. But that was a little bomb that was dropped. Um, yeah. So they start yelling at each other, going back and forth, and then eventually Karlie just walk out and is just over it, just over everything. But let me know what you guys think about this situation with Karlie, Spice, Shekinah, and Scrappy, Bambi, Erica, and Imani. Drop your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching this review. If you guys want to check out more of my Love and Hip Hop content, I got a video right here for you guys, and I will talk to y'all in the next one.